Good afternoon, ma. In previous class, we have seen that what are the favorable conditions for the formation of cation. Okay, and after that, even we kept the heading favorable conditions for the formation of anion, and under that we have seen what is the definition of electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. Okay, now after that definition, now we are going to see the condition for formation of anion easily. First condition, according to electron affinity, we are going to see the first condition. Okay, what is the first condition? Now let us see, this is one atom and another atom I am going to say. One minute now. This is big atom and this is small atom. Out of these two, here electron must come into the outermost shell, here electron must come into the outermost shell. Okay, this is A atom and this is B atom. From this, while this electron is entering into the outermost shell, energy will be lost, that is E1 for A. From here also energy will be lost, that is E2. Now what is my question? E1 is greater or E2 is greater? Obviously E1 is greater. Why? This is small atom. Electrons present in the outermost shell, will be closer. Okay, so they will apply more repulsions from the they will apply more repulsions to the newly coming electron. Then more amount of energy will be released. Okay, when more amount of energy is released, this one will form more stable A minus charge, A minus ion. When more amount of energy is released, A minus has very less amount of energy. Then this one will be highly stable. This one will be B minus. Okay, which is going to form anion easily? This one, atom with high ionization energy. E1 is greater than E2. Atom with high ionization energy will form the anion easily. Atom with high ionization energy will form the anion easily. There, atom with low ionization energy, one minute. Atom with high electron affinity, confirmation. Atom with high electron affinity will form the anion easily. There, atom with low ionization energy will form the cation easily. Okay, here that must be small atom. From small atom, more amount of energy will be released. Okay, this is the first favorable condition for the formation of anion. You understood, I think? Okay, this is big atom. From nucleus to outermost shell, distance is more. Electrons, even though they are present, they are freely present. So repulsions from the already present electrons and newly coming electron will be less. If repulsions are less, amount of energy released is also less. If repulsions are more, amount of energy released is also more. If more amount of energy is released, it will form more stable anion. So I am going to write the point now, that is the atom with high electron affinity will form anion easily. See the first condition, all of you. The atom with high electron affinity will form anion easily. What is that high electron affinity? If that atom has high electron affinity, more amount of energy will be released. Automatically it will form more stable anion. Okay, so first from that place, anion will be formed easily. Okay, in cation, we have seen first favorable condition with respect to ionization energy. Here in anion, we are seeing with respect to electron affinity. Okay, next second one. In cation, we have seen with respect to size, atomic radius. here also small atom and big atom. Which one can gain the electron easily? This one. It will be formed as anion easily. So atom with smaller atomic radius. Atom with smaller atomic radius can form anion easily. Atom with smaller atomic radius can form anion easily. Now see that one. That is the second condition. The atom with smaller atomic radius will form anion easily. The atom with smaller atomic radius will form anion easily. Smaller atomic radius atom can attract the electron easily and it will be converted to anion easily. Okay, next third one. Same inert gas configuration. Okay, the anion with inert gas configuration anion with inert gas configuration will be formed easily when compared to anion with pseudo inert gas configuration. This is identical to cation. Okay, so anywhere if you see cation and anion with inert gas configuration, cation and anion with inert gas configuration will be formed easily when compared to cation and anion with pseudo inert gas configuration respectively. Okay, ma? These are the three favorable conditions for the formation of anion. Previously we have seen three favorable conditions for the formation of cation. Now read the three, all of you. First one, the atom with high electron affinity. The atom with high electron affinity will form anion easily. Second one, the atom with smaller atomic radius will form anion easily. Third one, the anion with inert gas configuration will be formed easily when compared to anion with pseudo inert gas configuration. Okay, so by this we completed favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond. Okay, which type of atoms will form the cation easily, which type of atoms will form anion easily we have seen. Okay, if cation and anion is formed easily, then we can understand ionic bond will be formed very easily. That is the thing. Is it okay, ma? All of you are clear? So what is the side heading for us? This is completely under the side heading favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond. Okay, under this we have seen two conditions. Favorable conditions for the formation of cation and favorable conditions for the formation of anion. Under this favorable conditions of cation, atom with low ionization energy. Once I am repeating, atom with low ionization energy will form cation easily. Now here, atom with high electron affinity will form anion easily. Atom with low ionization energy can form cation easily. Atom with high electron affinity will form anion easily. Second, there, atom with higher atomic radius will form cation easily. Here, atom with smaller atomic radius will form anion easily. Coming to this third point, cation with inert gas configuration will be formed easily when compared to cation with pseudo inert gas configuration. In the same way here also, the anion with inert gas configuration will be formed easily when compared to anion with pseudo inert gas configuration. Okay, ma? These are the conditions for formation of ionic bond. Okay, so if the cation is formed easily and anion is formed easily, automatically ionic bond can be formed easily. That is the thing. bigger atom with lower ionization energy and pseudo inert gas configuration, that one will be formed as cation easily. And here smaller atom with high electron affinity, okay, with inert gas configuration will be formed as anion easily. Okay, that atom must not contain inert gas configuration. That anion must contain inert gas configuration, which one can be formed easily. That is about this one. Okay, finally, in the ionic bond concept, started with how ionic bond is formed. Okay, definition of ionic bond: the bond which is formed by the transfer of one or more electrons from one atom to another atom is called ionic bond. Between which type of atoms ionic bond will be formed? Metal and non-metal. Okay, after that, properties of ionic compounds. Yesterday we have seen. After that, favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond. Finally, we are contained by one more small concept. If you are going to study that concept, ionic bond is going to be completed. Okay, ma? That concept is very simple only. Concentrate here, all of you. Let us see. Structure of NaCl. Name face-centered cubic FCC. Okay. Same way, structure of CaCl, cesium chloride, we will see. These two structures we will see. Okay. After that, two definitions we have. Correctly, by that ionic bond will be completed. So by today's class, we will complete the ionic bond. Next class we will start with covalent bond formation and what are the theories present in covalent bond. Okay, let us see. This is the cube. Okay, in this cube, locations, bigger particle like this, if I mention that is Cl minus ion, dot if I represent, that is Na plus ion. Bigger one is representing Cl minus ion, dot is representing Na plus ion. Okay, concentrate here. These are all Cl minus ions. Okay. In between Cl minus ion, we have dot. This one. This is Na plus ion. Here also we have Na plus ion. Next again dot. Sorry, Cl minus one. See, after this dot, big particle will be there. After big particle, dot will be there. No two dots will be nearby each other. Observe, no problem. Okay. Between these bigger ones, we have Na plus. Like that, here again dot will be there. In between these two, we have dot. Okay, ma? Next, see, between these two, we have a dot. Between these two, here we have dot. Between these two, we have circle. Next, between these two, we have a dot. This is side face. This is above face. This is also side face. This is below. Front, back. Like a cube shape you can imagine. Okay, next. Between these two, we have dot. Next, between these two dots, we have circle. Then is Cl minus. Between these two, we have dot again. Okay, next. Here two circles we have, in between them we have a dot. Next, between two dots we have a circle. Between two circles we have a dot again. Next, coming to middle. Between these two dots we have a circle. Between these two we have a dot here, and between these two dots we have a circle here. Okay, now I am going to join these. Why I am joining these with lines? You can understand what about the position of them. Sorry. That is the structure of NaCl. Okay, just one thing, middle little bit inclined. If I draw, it is better. I will draw 1 minute. Between these two circles we have a dot. Between these two dots we have a circle. Between these two dots we have a circle. So little bit inclined I have drawn. Now this one, these two, and here. Now it will be more clear. Okay, same as it is you can draw in the book, all of you. I have shown the left side representation also. That big circles are there, na? Those big circles are all Cl minus ions. Dots are nothing but Na plus ions. Okay, no problem for you. Draw this one. You will understand what about the structure of this NaCl. Okay, what about that face center? Clearly in solid state 12th class. In 12th class solid state we have that solid state explanation, structure of NaCl explanation was there. Okay, that in that explanation, what is this arrangement, all these things you will understand, no problem. But now the structure alone it is enough, the structure alone it is enough, no problem at all. Okay, simply draw the structure. If they ask anyone, structure of NaCl means immediately draw the structure. But definitely you will understand what are these circles and what are these dots, what about that representation, everything you will get clarity in next year 12th class first chapter solid state immediately. Okay, meanwhile if you want, for your seniors, recently I explained solid state, this small concept also I explained. That video I will post to you. Those who wants explanation for that one, personally you can ask me, I will post to you, you can see. Instead of that, if you want to wait for 12th class first chapter, at that time I will give clarity. Myself I will give clarity everything. Okay, this is about structure of NaCl. These circles are nothing but Cl minus ions and dots are nothing but Na plus. Draw neatly. Once or twice you can draw. By practicing you will get easily, no problem. Okay, now next side heading shall we see? That is structure of CaCl, cesium chloride. This is NaCl, sodium chloride. Next one, that is cesium chloride. Before that, how did I draw? And how at the time of drawing, what are the things I followed? Observe that one. Between any two circles we have dot, definitely. Between any two circles we have dot. Between any two dots we have circle. That means two Na plus ions will not be nearer by each other. Two Cl minus ions also will not be nearer by each other. That is the meaning. Okay. Simply you can draw the structure, it is enough. Explanation everything you will get in 12th class, first chapter solid state. Okay ma? That is about the structure of NaCl. Next we can go through structure of CaCl. Let us see the structure of CaCl. Name also write carefully. Face centered cubic, FCC. Next, CsCl. Name cesium chloride. Cesium chloride. Structure name is body centered cubic structure, BCC. Okay, this one is easy somewhat when compared to previous one. This is the cube. Now bigger particles again Cl minus ions and dots are all Cs plus. Okay, let us see where Cl minus ions are present. These are all Cl minus ions. This dot where it is present in the middle. If you imagine our classroom as cube, in the middle of the classroom this Cs plus will be present. Okay. This dotted line I am showing for understanding purpose. This is the dot. Okay, this is the structure. Even this structure also you will get clarity, no problem. The dot is representing Cs plus, circle is representing Cl minus. This is the structure of CsCl. This is the structure of CsCl. Here you will get clarity. The Cs plus is in attraction with Cl minus ions. Okay, this is not only one cube, adjacently another cube will be there. Again here Cs plus is there. Again here, like that it is continuation. In that one small portion only I am showing here. Okay, I will give clarity at the time explanation of definition of lattice and unit cell. That one I will give clarity. Before that, structure of NaCl and structure of CsCl, these two are sufficient. Okay ma, draw this one carefully all of you. Why did I draw the dotted lines? To show that dot is present in the body center. Okay, otherwise you will think that it is present above or below of the faces. Okay, now we will see next definitions, two definitions. By the two definitions we will complete this topic, that is ionic bond. Okay, let us see what are those two. Lattice and unit cell. Okay, see, this is the small cube, which I have drawn for you, NaCl. Structure of NaCl I have drawn for you, na? That small cube I have drawn. This continuation is there. Next, continuation. Next. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. Next continuation, next continuation, like that it will be going on. This total arrangement is called lattice. This total arrangement is called lattice. Okay, in that this small cube is there, na? The small cube, this is repeating. That is called unit cell. We have seen the structure of NaCl by drawing one total cube. That is called unit cell. Okay, once let us imagine this is total our school. Our school is nothing but lattice. That is only NaCl total crystal, NaCl crystal. Okay, in that this small classroom is there. Okay, my question is 10th class classroom, 11th class classroom, 12th class. All these classrooms are identical, na? In our school. Two doors will be there. One side left, right, two doors. Okay. For entering and leaving like that, two doors are there. Dimension wise, all the classrooms are same. Arrangement, everything. Every classroom board, one side, same side. Correct, ma? TV. Like that, one classroom and another classroom is repeated. Okay. So, if you want to know the total building, no need to see every room. If you go through one classroom, it is enough. Because that classroom only it is repeated. Correct or not? If any person wants to join in our school, okay, that person, if it comes to one classroom, it is enough. He will understand how classroom will be. It is good. And immediately they will take decision. No need to go for every classroom and no need to check. Is it correct or not? That small portion which is going to explain the entire lattice. That small portion which is going to explain the properties of entire lattice is called unit cell. Total three-dimensional arrangement is called lattice. In that small portion which is repeated portion is called unit cell. Lattice definition no need. Unit cell definition is the repeated portion which explains the properties of total lattice is called unit cell. The three-dimensional arrangement is called lattice. This is three-dimensional, like this also it will be above x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Throughout all the axes, these rooms are distributed. In that, this small room, the smallest repeated portion, include this one also. The smallest repeated portion which explains the properties of total lattice is called unit cell. Okay, these two, lattice, unit cell. And small, one more thing is there, that one we are going to see. Are you clear, ma? This is the difference between lattice and unit cell. Now, unit cell only we have drawn that structure of NaCl and structure of CaCl. This unit cell explanation I have seen. See, if you have seen this one, immediately next one also same thing, NaCl. Next one also same, like that it is repeated. Okay, ma? That is about lattice and unit cell. Next, lattice energy. Final one, coming to ionic bond, that is lattice energy. One mole of Na plus and 1 mole of Cl minus will be combined to form 1 mole of NaCl. These two are opposite charges. They will be attracted. At the time of their combination, to form NaCl, some amount of energy will be released. That energy is called lattice energy. The amount of energy released when 1 mole of Na plus and 1 mole of Cl minus ions combine to form 1 mole of salt. Okay. Or the energy released when constituent cations and anions are going to be combined to form 1 mole of ionic compound is called energy. Lattice energy. Lattice energy is represented by U. Now I will write the definition. Note down the definition. Na plus and Cl minus, why they are attracted? Some amount of energy means because of their combination, energy will be released to form NaCl stable compound. Okay, now let us see. The amount of energy released when the constituent cations and anions combined to form 1 mole of ionic compound is called lattice energy. That ions will be arranged in the form of lattice, that's why it is related to the term lattice energy. The amount of energy released when the constituent cations and anions combined to form 1 mole of ionic compound is called lattice energy, represented by letter U. These three definitions: lattice, unit cell and lattice energy. Before that, favorable conditions for the formation of cation and anion, that is ionic bond. Before that, properties of ionic compounds. Before that, definition of ionic bond and how it is formed. Everything we have seen and explanation was completed. By this class, we completed the formation of, the topic ionic bond. Okay. Next class we will start with covalent bond. Before that, what are the concepts we have studied in ionic bond? Started with how ionic bond is formed. After that, what is the definition of ionic bond? We took some examples and we have seen. I gave the homework in yesterday's previous classes. Okay, after that, we have seen favorable conditions for the formation of cation and anion. After the structure of NaCl, structure of CsCl, next lattice, unit cell, and finally lattice energy. Okay, these are the concepts present in our ionic bond. After completion of this very important concept, we are going to start, that is covalent bond. Okay, which is highly useful, that one only for your carbon and its compounds. Okay, concentrate highly from next class onwards, even till now also. This is also useful, definitely. Okay, I hope you are clear about the concept very well. That is about today's class. Thank you all.